So, hello everyone. Welcome to Late Night Meditation. I'm Klint. Very glad to be online with all of you, whether you're here on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Feel free to type in the chat, or if you're here on Zoom together, you can turn on your mic and chat together. So, hello, Dr. K, Dr. Kent. Hello, Timothy. Hello, Nini. Thank you for joining. Ah, okay. Hello, Pie. So you're joining in. Hi, Britt. Thanks for joining. As always, it's always wonderful to be here together. Meditation, there's always a good time to meditate. And sometimes the best time to meditate is that time that you have time. Especially when it comes to when you're working and studying, sometimes you start to overload and not even realize it. You start to cram and cram and cram to the point where you start to feel kind of heavy. You almost feel lethargic, like you don't have the energy to do or to keep moving or keep going. That's also a good time to just take a moment, stop, take a deep breath, release, relax, let your mind center for just a moment, and then go right back to work. That simple, deep breath, just a moment of peace, can actually make quite a difference. If you're able to have more than just a moment, go for it. But I know sometimes in the working environment, it can be difficult to just take a moment. So, when you had that moment, nice peace just before you continue studying or before you continue working. So, for today, I have a quote I'd like to share with you all, as everyone here has been meditating for quite some time. And this quote is a nice way to remind us how to continue to move forward, as it's really about progressing in our meditation. So, on the path toward happiness, okay, because as we meditate, we're actually going toward happiness, true happiness. The mind has to be neutral. Do not react to your meditation experiences, whether they're good or bad. Okay? Good or bad really meaning whether they're pleasant or unpleasant. Sometimes, as we meditate, these experiences can be quite interesting. They can be sometimes not so unpleasant, but just not very. It can be like a. What's the word here? Kind of a shock, but not quite that much. It's more of a oh, and usually it could be a wow oh or a oh. And it just depends on how your mind is. For example, one of these kind of oh moments are a very common feeling of falling, like the floor has disappeared, and this is a common one. So if you have that feeling, nothing's wrong. You're actually still safe. Just let it happen. Just experience it. You're completely safe. How my master taught me is that it's like what we told you, the center is in your abdomen. And our mind, the center is this point even smaller than the tip of a needle. So imagine you're the size of that tip of the needle. You go from here, because the fifth base is here, right? Down to the sixth base at your navel. And you go in an instant, and you're that small. It can feel quite scary. At the same time, some people don't go free fall, they take the elevator. So everyone's a little bit different how they go down. So if you have that feeling, it can be a little surprising. That's the word I was looking for. A little surprising, but not quite shocking, just oh. And it can be both positive or negative. Or you can say pleasant and somewhat unpleasant. So continuing the quote, just be still and neutral at all times. Do this as if you're not doing anything at all. And as you do this, you will progress in your meditation. It's the funniest thing. We work so hard to try to achieve success. We work hard, be diligent, this and that. But that's work outside in the world. When it comes to our mind, it's the opposite. It's time to let go, learn to really do nothing. One of my monk teachers says, meditation is the laziest thing you can do. because you don't have to do anything at all. You have to really be lazy. So, that's the thing. We're so used to thinking, working, doing, but when it's time to meditate, we're not doing any of that. Just a nice, as Britt wrote in the chat, it's a nice sweet pause. So, is everyone ready for meditation? All right, let's get that thumbs up. Oh, hello, Hannah, Katrina, and Kaynard for joining also. And now, let's get into our perfect position, as I like to call it, because it's perfect for you. And gently close your eyes. Taking a deep breath. Breathe in the cool, calm, relaxing air. And breathe out all your worries, thoughts, and responsibilities. Just let it all go. Forget about it for the time that we are meditating. Just breathe in, breathe out. Let each breath of fresh air help you become more relaxed, more comfortable. Taking a few more deep breaths, as this is a natural and easy way to relax. Once you are ready, you can return to normal breathing. And before we continue, remember to let go of all your expectations. Whatever you think or know is supposed to happen, let it go. Forget about it. Let yourself feel at ease, comfortable, innocent as a child. Just free and comfortable. We're all just relaxing with our friends. To add to our relaxation, let us do a body scan. Relaxing, starting from the top of your head. Relaxing your forehead, your eyebrows, your eyelids, very gently closing them, as if you are about to go to sleep. Letting your eyelids fall very gently, very lightly, like a feather falling onto still water. And relaxing your nose, your cheeks, your mouth, down to your chin. Letting your entire face become completely relaxed. And let the relaxation flow down to your neck, releasing and relaxing all the muscles in your neck, letting it loosen and lighten, being completely relaxed. And let the relaxation flow down to your shoulders. Feel your shoulders becoming very loose, very light. Feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. No pressure, no tension, just at ease and comfortable. Feel the relaxation flow down to your arms, down to the tips of your fingers, relaxing your chest, your abdomen, and your back, slowly going down your back, one vertebra at a time. Feel like you are getting a massage, releasing, relieving, and relaxing all the muscles in your back. Little by little, inch by inch, letting all the aches and pains melt away, leaving only comfort and relaxation all the way down your back. And let that relaxation flow down to your legs. Let it trickle down from one muscle to the next, releasing and relaxing down to the tips of your toes. And just feel your entire body completely relaxed, completely comfortable, feeling like you can sit like this forever or for as long as you'd like. As we know, the first step to meditation is relaxation, allowing your body to feel comfortable and relaxed. So if you do have any discomfort, remember, adjust, be comfortable. There is no need to endure, trying to sit in some picture perfect pose. Right now, just be comfortable, be at ease. While posture is important, comfort is also as important. If you're not quite flexible yet, it's okay to lean back, relax, and little by little, as you start to stretch, and you become more flexible, You can try sitting upright in the various poses and postures. And once you are relaxed, we move on to the next step, consciousness or focus. What we do is visualize our meditation object lightly and gently at our center. Everything we do in meditation is light and gentle, even as we are visualizing, letting our mind focus to this one thing. The focus is so light, so gentle, just like a feather gently touching the surface of water without making the water splash or break. And just like that, our focus is light and gentle. It's relaxing so you can be comfortable, but just enough to make sure we do not feel too comfortable. As when you are too comfortable, we tend to fall asleep or feel drowsy. But if you're not comfortable enough, we tend to feel tense, and we also tend to think a lot more than usual. So finding that balance is what we are doing, but do so lightly and gently. Little adjustments as we notice them. Our main job in meditation is to be an observer, observing as our thoughts come and go, observing how we feel, our sensations, our emotions, our thoughts. But as we observe, we only observe. No need to focus in, trying to find reason or fault. No need to judge or try to solve a problem. Instead, it's like watching images in a slideshow. The image may be something that reminds you of something you need to do, but it doesn't mean you need to do it right now. We're just watching that slideshow, the slideshow of our memories, our thoughts. No need to fast forward. No need to try to find the stop button. When we allow ourselves to just be, not focusing in so much, it will stop on its own. Just remember to take your time. No rush. While we know the benefits of meditation are quite wonderful, but to attain those benefits, we must do it correctly, step by step. As we practice more and more, we'll become more efficient and quicker at doing those steps. And those steps are relaxation of the body and relaxation of the mind. Letting the mind be calm and peaceful. But just like water, you cannot force the water to be still. All we can do is wait and allow it to slow down. So just take your time. Samma Arahant Samma Arahant Samma Arahant. Now let us continue in silence, letting our minds slow down, enjoying this mini vacation for your body and your mind. Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahang Samma Arahant. Now, let us begin spreading loving kindness. Spreading loving kindness is like spreading out your heart, sending out good intentions to all beings. So let us visualize our meditation object as we have been doing. And imagine that your object becomes crystal clear, clean, and bright. And at the center of your object, there is a bright light. This light is very special. All those who touch this light are instantly happier, healthier, and more at peace. So we let this light illuminate our bodies, filling our body with light, and let this light shine out from you, filling the room and filling the city and the surrounding cities, filling the state and the surrounding states, filling the country and the surrounding countries, until filling the entire world and now throughout the universe. Thinking of our loved ones.
Thank you for this meditation. Thank you. I just want to say thank you.
Okay. And let us think of our relatives, both near and far. Spread it out to our friends, our coworkers, acquaintances, to all that you know, and the people you don't know. To all sentient beings, all the animals in this world, and even thinking to the heavens, to our friends and relatives who have passed away, wishing well for every one of them. And as we are spreading loving kindness, let us make this
Just
wish
thank you
together.
for the everybody in this chat, and even my blessings to my friends and
Okay,
family and the animals and the past. Everybody, I just want to say my blessing is friendly, and I want to say happy to the animals like the dogs, hippos, squirrels,
okay,
every animal. Just one, one for us.
thank you. So let us finish first. So let us make this wish together to be happy, healthy, wealthy, successful, to have wisdom, attain enlightenment, for world peace.
Just peace for everybody because it's COVID. Peace and blessings to everybody.
Thank you. Sapphe Buddha Parapata Pacheka Nanjayang Palang Arahanta Nanjate Jinarakam Pantami Sapaso Sapabuddhanupavena Sapatammanupavena Sapasanghanupavena Saddha Soti Bhavantunte. And now, very gently and at your own pace, opening your eyes. Take your time, no rush. Thank you, Kazim, for the blessings. Usually we wait until after. Thank you. So,
I am so sorry. I just want to say thank you very much, sir.
no,
You
it's
are
alright.
like made my afternoon. You are a great man.
Thank you.
I want to say for everybody in the chat, my my happiness is like a bird. It's flying. This bird is flying to sky. I just want to say I'm happy for everybody.
Thank you. I'm very glad you all feel very happy. So, how was your meditation today, everyone? Alright, I see some thumbs up from Dr. K and Kent. Okay, Nini, Penopause. Oh, thank you, Britt and Katrina. Okay. So each time we meditate, it's always a brand new session, a brand new experience. And as we do so, there's always going to be something interesting and different every time. Today we got to meet Kazim. Thank you for joining. And each time we meditate.
Thank you. Thank you to you to just looking at the chat. I can't see the names. Timothy, Kent, everybody.
Mhm.
I'm very happy to see everybody. on
Yes.
this line today.
Yes. So, as we practice, know that it's always something new and allow it to happen. Sometimes when we practice, we have that expectation and then we hold on and we go trying to make it work. It's not going to work. You have to let it happen, allow it to happen. Okay? So, uh, does anyone have any questions or wonders today? Just check first. I know you guys are the usuals. Of course, for those who are watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch, you can type in the chat, and I'll get to you afterward. So, another common question that people tend to ask me is, what object is okay? it's uh, it's funny because I usually do talk about it from the beginning, but I know sometimes as we practice, you feel like the object that you choose might not be right. A simple way to realize if it's right or wrong. Number one, usually there's no wrong and there's no wrong object to think of. The only time it can be wrong is if you think about it and it makes you think about more things. So it's more of a how or what way you are visualizing. For example, let's say we think of a sunflower. Okay, sunflower is a beautiful object, beautiful image. It's a big, bright, yellow flower. And as you're visualizing, uh, so here's an example of visualizing the wrong way. While you visualize it, you start to think about, hmm, eventually that flower will start to wilt, and then the seeds will then become the sunflower seeds that we eat. I wonder who picks those seeds. Where do those seeds go? What factory it goes to? How do they manufacture it? That is the wrong way to visualize. Because then instead of just simply sunflower, this is nice, and staying with sunflower, you're making yourself continue to think about a process that is not needed at all. So, as long as if you switch your object, no problem in switching. But if you start to think and think and think, time to stop. Go back to just one thing. Okay?
Yes. I said I have a question if I
Oh,
can
yes.
ask.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke about like temptations, how to resist. Now I've come to new country and fast food like McDonald's and the French fries I like. So I'm trying to resist like food is heavy food like this. So how can I calm my body?
Okay. So, when it comes to craving, and I had to tell you, uh, this is the one that's the most difficult for most people. The craving and that want. The
Yeah,
thing is,
especially the McDonald's, the fries is really good. So this is like
yes.
my problem. I'm eating fries and chicken sandwich.
I understand. So, when it comes to these things, now remember the word mindfulness. Now, we are practicing meditation and mindfulness. Mindfulness means having awareness, and it's actually three parts to it: having awareness on yourself at that particular moment. So, it has to be one, you have awareness, it has to be awareness on yourself of what you're doing, and also at that time, the time and duration that you're doing it. So, for example, during our meditation, while we sit together for about half an hour, we might be mindful maybe 10 minutes. Sometimes, if we're getting better, 20 minutes of the 30. But we're always practicing little by little. And that's in a setting where we're trying to do it, where we're actually practicing to be mindful and aware. In our everyday life, it's very easy to slip. So do not beat yourself up about it, but instead start to practice mindfulness, awareness. If it's something about eating, right when you start to eat, okay, I know I really love this, but let's start a little bit less. So, for example, let's say huh, okay, I can say I had the same problem back when I was younger too, especially if I'm going to McDonald's myself. Supersize me. I always want the big one. Okay. So now let's say you like to the supersize, you change. I don't think they have it anymore. So now, all right, let's say you have a large fries. Okay, this time let's go medium. You start to lower little by little. And then, okay, maybe next time you go too small. I don't know. But little by little, or maybe instead of finishing the whole thing or feeling that you need to finish it, okay, save it for later. Little by little, we just know it's really having that awareness, taking that time to just, okay, be aware. All right, today I'm going to try and do this. The thing is, we always have very good intention before we do it, or really, we always have good intention after we've already finished eating. That's when we tend to have that mindfulness. So we start to realize, oh, when you're full, and that's why we're practicing. We practice to remember before, and I have to say that's something that I also am working on. It's not always so easy. So we practice little by little, as long as we remember to do it, or at least try to remember before before doing the act, whatever it is you're trying to fix. And that's what it is. Our master, or our master's master, Kunyai. So right now, our master Long Po Tamashayo, his master was a nun who could not read or write. We call her Master Nun Jan Konok Yung. And one thing that she would tell us is, in one lifetime, if you can fix one bad habit, it was already worth it. The whole lifetime, it was worth it. Because it's so difficult to fix these bad habits. So take your time. Don't beat yourself up about it. We spent our whole life building up this bad habit. Now, little by little, let's start to fix whichever one we can. So, very glad for the question. Sadly, he left first. But I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, wonderful night. And remember, or before I remember, I'd like to give you a blessing. May you all be blessed with happiness, good health, wealth, success in your lives. May you be surrounded by good friends who will always guide you into the light in times of darkness and in times of need. When you close your eyes to meditate, may you attain inner peace easily and quickly in every lifetime. And remember, a smile a day keeps the stress away. So I hope you all continue to smile, and I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Take care. You're welcome.
Thank you, Abby.